It is not showing.
It takes a few seconds.
Yeah. There's delay.
Yep, it says we're live on.
I am on YouTube and it is not showing live.
I got live on Facebook. Try again.
How many things do you have open there?
His whole life.
Earlier was rough. No.
What if you click on that?
Guys, can you hear us okay? Can you hear us
It'll
okay?
usually put a big bright red ring around the logo.
Yeah.
Guys, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, you're not live on YouTube yet.
Should have kicked it live at both times.
Was YouTube selected?
Yeah, I had them both selected. Yeah, we're live now.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Are you in our channel?
Yeah.
You can't be in our channel and see the live.
Oh, okay.
Technical
not know
difficulties
that.
from Parachum over there.
Can't watch your own live. That's kind of crap.
You're only signed into that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can't.
Go on Facebook. I'll go on.
Okay.
Hey, Jen, how's it going?
Hi, Jen. Oh.
Yep. Having technical difficulties. We're trying to make sure we can see the chat. So
That's my fault.
Let's get this.
So give us a few seconds, Jennifer. From Haunted Neighbors Paranormal.
Nope.
It was right there.
5 hours later.
I got it.
Okay. Check. You have to remember. You have to keep on refreshing the comments.
Well, they're populating.
For now, they will disappear soon. So we have a special guest with us. You know,
special?
You ride the short bus, I think.
The professor himself.
No.
Hi, Jen. Different Jen now. So we got 2 Jennies in the chat.
Jennifer Neighbors, Jenny Harris.
Hey, Carla.
We're also on YouTube. That's one I'm monitoring, which no one's on. We could have done a TikTok one too, but oh well.
So we're here at the Sleeper Mortuary in Iola, Kansas tonight.
Being snowed in.
Snowed in. Jeremy stayed here by himself last night, and I stayed with Jen just because it was warmer, and I love her. So,
Oh, mushy.
and I had to see Milo.
The real reason comes out.
I think it's the same reason that Josh is not here tonight. In fact, that's what he told
Milo?
me.
Yeah, what's going on, Josh? Priorities, man.
Oh, there's kids in the room. I can't talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa,
Well,
Liza. So here in a few minutes, I am going to say a word, and I will notify you that it's a certain word. But I want you to remember that word until the end of the live.
Which we're going to go for about an hour. So about 45 minutes of the live.
And I'll mention it a couple of times
Early
once we get a few more people in. But the first person to comment at the end of the episode when I ask what the word was, with the correct word, will win the giveaway tonight. We are going to be giving away, if I can get these in the correct order,
We're pretty sure about that.
a copy of the Chumming with the Spirits podcast coloring book. This is our first one for the podcast. A copy of a new book that was just published called Parachum's First Paranormal Investigation. It's a children's coloring book story as well. A very Chumming with the Spirits adult coloring book based on Bigfoot and trying to gain acceptance for something that he likes.
Well, what's the name of it? You could just read it out.
Bigfoot likes to beat his wood.
Yeah.
He's a tree thumper.
Yes, it is very provocative. 18 plus, but we are also going to be giving away
One
lasered cup with our logo on it.
looks
So,
just like these. Won't be, but looks like these.
I mean, if they want one that we've drank out of, we can start a.
Yeah. Why does it smell so much like whiskey?
So
It's colored water.
it's colored water.
It's dark tea. It's
You don't like tea, though,
Nice.
so why are you drinking it? So yeah, here in about 10, 15 minutes, I'll.
and we'll be
mention that
watching
word.
two channels. If two people name it really close at the same time, we may do a second gift of the same thing.
Yeah.
We don't want to shortcut anybody.
Now, we've run across this before. It is the first response to show up in the chat feed, not the first person to type it in, because you may have been typing it in at the same time as another person, but theirs came through first. It's the first one that's correct to show up in the chat feed. Sorry, Allie.
I think you did it on
I'm-
purpose.
What are we talking about on this live? I didn't have any direction.
We don't have any direction for this tonight.
I mean, technically, we're in a haunted location. Anything's possible. So
We have been having some weird stuff happen. We think that the responses that we were getting on the tripwire were just a dead battery, because now they're all just solid red.
Maybe. They were.
you changed out the batteries finally?
No.
I think they're all just red right now.
Then I don't think it'd be a battery then. Because if it was a battery, they'd be a different color.
That's true. When I first got here this morning, I was down in the garage. You had gone upstairs to do something.
Carrying gear up.
No, we were getting ready to go to Walmart, I think is when it was. Or no, for your lunch. You had
Oh.
gone upstairs and I was waiting for you, and I heard someone knock on that door, the back door to go outside. I opened it up and there was no one there. It could have been the wind jostling it, because the wind's been really bad today. But it is odd. You guys have heard. Well, no, we figured that out too.
The ding.
The dinging.
Yeah, sometimes alarms go off on watches that are being charged and they're very faint.
We spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out where it was.
It was really faint though. I mean, I was surprised how
was from-
not loud.
How do we enter for the giveaway? Well, let me tell you. Here in about 10 minutes, I am going to say a specific word. I will let you know that it's the clue word or winning word.
Do they need to spell it correctly?
Wow.
Because they're going to have to type it in. So
Yeah.
you may want to rethink your word.
Okay, I've rethought my word.
Okay.
That was fast.
Yes,
And it's
it
gotta
has-
be a word that wouldn't just be a normal one-word response to something.
So it needs to be multiple words.
No, it could be one word, but it'll be something that they wouldn't be typing in anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's an off the wall.
If it's Parachum, it's off the wall,
So
down a rabbit hole.
the person that can remember that word and spell it correctly and be the first person to type it in and show up in the chat when I ask, or one of us asks at the end of the
So-
episode,
You're going to spell it out after you say it. So they
if
spell
they
it.
can't spell this word, they don't deserve to win.
No,
That's I don't know. I don't like that.
I'm a dyslexic person. That's
You're,
just really mean.
You might be
I will spell it out
not
for them.
including certain people.
Where's the inclusivity? Spell that.
This is my life.
But so far, been
Hey,
hanging
Tori,
out. Been
don't
hanging
you
out
have
in
stuff to get done?
I don't know if she knows what you're talking
I
about.
don't know.
That was Josh that told me what was happening tonight at her house. Anyways, sorry to cut you off.
No, I was just saying we're at a lovely location, Sleeper Mortuary in Iowa, Kansas.
Yeah, Jennifer, Jennifer Neighbors, you don't have to worry. This isn't a hard word or long word to spell out.
That's why we're giving them a hard time to make sure it's not a hard long word to spell out to make sure people have a chance. I was waiting for you like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Well, to be fair, the word he said earlier,
Yes, would be hard to spell.
it could be spelled in a few different ways. And I don't even know if you know how to spell it. It doesn't matter.
That was you? Okay. Jen looked at me like, what was that? And I was like, I don't know. I was going to choose loquacious, but I don't know how to spell that.
Yeah, that's good.
So how long have you been married? Does it say on there?
No, it is
10
not.
minutes.
10 minutes or so.
No, we started live right at 9.
Okay.
So at 15 and 5
At
minutes.
9:15 is when we will announce the word.
And then
The bird is the word.
what time are you going to?
Joking. That's not the actual word.
I would suggest not giving out an actual time. Just say somewhere near the end of the episode.
Yeah, somewhere. We're going to roughly go for an hour.
Yep.
So somewhere near the end, we will ask for that phrase or the word.
Gross. I can't say it.
It's in the chat.
It is in the chat.
Yeah. Like
But
I
it's
said,
not a paranormal topic.
Yeah.
At least I hope it's not.
Well, wasn't there somebody that married a ghost at one point?
There's lots of people that claim to have sex with ghosts.
There was someone that actually married a ghost.
Actually, there was a famous person that married a ghost. There's a famous person that said she was in a long-term relationship with a dead person.
I've never heard that before.
I don't remember
Like
her name.
recently or like a long
No,
time
a little
ago?
bit older.
The last time I talked about it on my old show was probably 6 years ago.
What show was that?
That was the Ectoplasm show.
So we'll say it here in a little bit, Jocelyn.
So what are we going to talk about now?
So, well, I don't want to talk about the topic we're going to
Well, sure.
record later, but I can't say these words for the discussion because it'll get us booted. But it's a question that I've been thinking about a lot. Like,
And think outside the box. Or
These are
write it,
questions you're
or
asking
write
us.
it, text it to us, and then we can figure out how.
Okay. I'll do that. So you do that.
This is a question you're asking us.
No,
So-
for how to phrase it so we don't get booted off
So,
the platform.
favorite dogs. Jason Bro almost had the bag. Do you know? Assuming that he's talking to you.
I don't know.
Okay.
Almost had the bag. I don't recognize the name on there.
Recognizes you. More famous than you realize.
I guess.
That's favored. Oh, favored odds.
Okay. I can actually read
Well,
this. I can actually read this.
No, you can't say any of those words on Facebook. They'll kick us off.
Just let me. Which ones?
The
Okay.
bad ones.
Yeah, no, I know. If a person is possessed and
It's unalive themselves.
unalives themselves, can they legally call it unaliving?
And yes, because there's no, other than the Bell Witch, there has never been since a paranormal entity causing a death.
that we know of.
Even if they did.
They're not going to say it was a paranormal entity causing a death.
But is that fair? Because then that puts a tarnished on.
How would you prove it?
Are you talking about well, so there's a difference because the people that are left alive might call it one thing, but are you more talking in the reference as in like in the Catholics, if you do this you won't go to heaven
Yes.
kind of thing?
Yes.
I would say that the type of possession it is and
Makes a difference,
what
yeah.
causes it, that if that's true, if what the Catholics believe is true, and you are caused to unalive yourself and you don't have control over that, you would be taken care of on the other side, because it would know whatever's there, that whatever's judging
You-
that
you
would
didn't
know
make that
you
decision.
didn't do it.
And if you truly had faith, you wouldn't care what or how your name is tarnished in the physical.
Yeah.
As long as you're being accepted in the ethereal, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, you didn't do it. Something else killed you
Yeah, but
from a
if it gets
religious and spiritual.
But if it gets classified as that,
I don't think God really cares about laws of man.
yeah, it doesn't matter. So there is something to be said about last rites and what that can send you towards, but that's still something that a person is doing for another person, even though they are the voice of God or whatever, the representative of God in that moment. They're not the ultimate power. So let's say, because they also believe, a lot of Catholics believe that if you are cremated, you won't go to heaven. But I don't. If the person didn't make the conscious decision to do that, I don't see how they could be held accountable for it.
so I'll go. I'll tell you where I'm going with that. But the word that you want to remember is bear. BEAR, as in rar, bear.
So there's multiple kinds of.
But yeah, I was gonna say.
So where I'm going with it is not necessarily how you're going to be treated after the fact, but how your name will be treated among the living.
I don't
The
think it
thing
has,
is I don't think you will care.
I don't think it has any reference on you.
But that tarnishes memories in other people's minds and hearts.
But that doesn't
It affects
affect
them.
them, but not the person that's up there.
But I don't see how that would affect the judgment of the person that has passed on. Because they're not going to take into account what people thought of them.
100 years later.
Or even in that time. It'll be, if there is an entity that can know everything about you and tell what type of person you are, they're not going to worry about what Joe Blow says about you back on Earth.
Yeah. Why would they be worried about other people's impressions?
I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
No,
We're answering them. That's how this works.
I'm not trying to prove you wrong, Larry. I'm answering your question.
So one of the other questions that I've had for a long time is how do we go about this? Because I think we kind of briefly discussed it with you at one point. Why aren't we seeing ghosts of like dinosaurs?
And yeah, I mean, you don't hear people say that very often, but
you
could
brought
be
up
the
a
forest
point
spirits.
a long time ago during one of our episodes that maybe there's an expiration date to the soul.
I did?
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of different potential reasons. Maybe there is an expiration date. Maybe it has to do with reincarnation if there is a soul. If the dinosaur had a soul, maybe it became one of us, and you can only see the last iteration of that soul until it came back onto this plane. It could also be that our minds don't know how to interpret what a dinosaur actually looks like, so we can't see it because we've never seen one as a race.
Or maybe they're the monsters under the bed that people see.
Could be.
Yeah.
The kids be more able to see the little tiny raptors. And
to me, I would think that when it comes to there are pets. People see pets. People see things like that, animals, but
horses.
So my argument of you have to have knowing of yourself and a soul to come back as a spirit isn't 100% true, but animals are self-aware.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean that dinosaurs wouldn't be self-aware.
But it could also be more residual, that the people are seeing their pets because it's a residual haunt.
It could also be that they were a completely different type of entity. I think of ourselves, our individuals, as an entity. We are here in some form, some fashion. We are an entity. Maybe what we are is able to come back in some form, or we have an echo of ourselves here left over, and maybe whatever they were couldn't. There's lots of different reasons why dinosaur spirits aren't roaming around. Maybe it just fades away after time. That was millions and millions of years ago.
So here's a crazy one for you, and I am probably going to be called crazy for this. But if the theory of multiverses and multiple dimensions exists, right? Like we have countless.
You don't have to be that quiet.
You don't have to be that
You can
quiet.
Just walk over there.
The-
That was fun to watch.
I was waiting for someone to say something because I was just gonna let it go. If there are multiple places of us in different timelines and all that kind of stuff, or different careers, or you know where
Yeah.
I'm going with this. If they are us, wouldn't we be tied to one another? So if one person dies in an alternate reality, alternate dimension, alternate timeline, all of them die?
No, I think it'd be the other way around. Your consciousness may be shifting through all those different ones.
So all those other ones absorb a little piece of your conscious?
Yeah.
Think about the masterpiece of I think it was like 1998,
Wow.
2000
The
movie, The
One.
One.
Yeah, I forgot about
I mean,
that.
that's the way
Jet
that I
Li.
look at everything. There's no one answer over another, but in that, it could be kind of like that, where you are part of a bigger whole, and you're just split up in a bunch of different places. It could be the same for us sitting here. There is such a thing as people call soul groups that travel together throughout time. They reincarnate together, even though they're maybe in different types of bodies of different type of people, or have different relationship with those people. There's that idea.
So if they are a group or a collective of people that will reincarnate together, does that mean if like they're in groups of 5, for instance, 4 of them die, they have to wait for that 5th person to die?
Yeah, but if you're thinking about having to wait, it's probably not. If that's the case, it's probably not just like a black void and you're sitting there not doing anything. It's probably not like waiting like you think it would be. Would be my thoughts.
Geek Duchess K says, "Oh, I definitely don't agree. She, basically, the death of ourselves in another dimension. You might notice it, but you wouldn't. Not
So
everybody would
they're all
die.
saying it's blurry on Facebook.
It does look blurry.
It just went blurry here too on YouTube
It's the ghosties.
with the mosties at the sleeper mortuary. Let me check the Wi-Fi real quick.
You guys should go downstairs to the chapel. The chapel. So when you go down the stairs and go to that hallway, it's the first room on the left. No, that's where they would put them on display for like wakes and stuff. Oh yeah. I couldn't see what it was because I don't have my glasses on.
Did you want to try the lasagna? Like, what? No, I haven't tried it yet.
You're welcome to try.
Yeah, help yourself.
There's plates and then
We may be the first paranormal group to have ever cooked in the oven a lasagna at a paranormal place while doing an investigation.
Probably not.
Probably not.
lasagna's pretty popular.
Walmart made it, Jocelyn, and they did an awesome job.
3 meat, family size. We identify as a family.
Yeah, the snow's making it blurry.
Yeah, I don't know why it kind of comes in and out.
So has everybody remembered the word so far? Don't say it. Just making sure you remember the word. Don't forget the word.
So what other fun questions do you have, Larry?
Oh, God. Do we want to go down this rabbit hole?
That's why we're here.
Okay. I asked this to a couple of our friends in Arkansas last week, and I'd be interested to hear your opinion.
Okay.
If by chance you were ever able to capture a Bigfoot,
Like physically capture.
physically
Bigfoot.
capture a Bigfoot
Okay.
in the woods, what would you do? Would you turn it in? Would you let it loose? What do you think would happen to you if you did turn it in? Would you disappear? Would you become famous?
It depends on if it could communicate with me. There's a lot of different factors on what I would do.
Don't say it, Robert.
if it could communicate with me, I would feel bad about
They want to know if we can bring the camera
Like,
closer, Jeremy.
locking it up or hiding it away, or it would be able to tell me what it wants to do. Not that I would necessarily necessarily follow that, but I don't really care to become famous to kidnap a Bigfoot and put it on display. Now, if it was just a dumb animal, I would probably find a way to put it in the cage and let everybody know about it.
But do you think?
But think about if you were captured by something that we didn't know about. It's not that Bigfoot doesn't know about us, but you were captured by something. You were able to express to that something how you felt about what might happen to them, but them not listening to you.
It would suck. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd give it peanut butter and then put it in a hotel room
All right.
and try to show them how nice the world is.
Tori
But the
said, "I'm
world's
glad
not
you're
very
able
nice."
to cook there and are taking advantage of the amenities."
It was the top oven. But we did have something weird happen. I put it on bake
Oh yeah.
and set my timer because a frozen lasagna evidently takes like 110 minutes.
Oh yeah. Jocelyn, yes, I do.
My the timer went off, or you're supposed to pull the cover off and let it sit for another 10 minutes, and the oven was off. It was, instead of being on bake, it ended up being on time bake.
Those
So
are gross.
Who doesn't like Vienna
Are
sausages?
disgusting.
Vienna sausages are awesome. You guys don't like them either? There's barbecue.
I would
ones
what about
out
little
there.
what about
I
the little
didn't have
smokies
anything
though?
else, but
Little smokies with the barbecue
those
sauce in
smokies
it.
are good. Those like jalapeno ones are good.
There's barbecue Vienna sausages right next to you guys. They're amazing.
They're laughing at me.
I don't care. They're good.
They like the lasagna too. See,
All right, so Jocelyn asked if we believed in aliens. I want to say before we talk about it, I don't believe in anything. I believe in one
He's a
thing.
nihilist.
I believe in one thing. I believe in the possibility of anything. Everything else I don't believe in. I think that anything is possible. I think that there could be things out there. I've seen things. I've seen UFOs. I've seen ghosts. I've had things grab me. I've had all kinds of different stuff happen to me, but I don't believe it like I believe that anything's possible.
Yeah, it just went completely fuzzy again.
So that's how I look at everything when I talk.
what's weird
about
is this is
stuff.
your laptop and not my laptop. We didn't have this problem earlier.
I'm so sorry.
Just giving you a hard time. So hopefully, when we download it, it will not be fuzzy, because it's fuzzy on YouTube right now, which is weird. We have really good internet.
No, it's not. Vienna sausages are better than Little Smokies.
No,
So yeah, I think aliens are possible. I think that they could be any number of different things. I think they could be an entity of some kind that we think of ghosts as. I think they could be from another planet. I think they could be from another dimension. I could think they
from the
They
future.
could be us from the future or the past or from the center of the earth. Who knows? I love talking about theory, but when you ask me what I believe and what I think is real, I can't answer that because I don't believe it or I don't know that it's real.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I like and appreciate that outlook.
I could be having a conversation with two grays next to me, and I don't know if my brain's not making it up for sure.
Totally getting probed right now and doesn't even know it.
Probably.
Everybody's saying the picture looks like dial up, all this other stuff.
Let me see. Yep, you're on the Wi-Fi too. Let's turn that off.
Well, then,
It does look better now, a little bit.
It's the throughput. I think we got more devices on the dial. Give me 1 second. That's my laptop.
hi, Jenny. Oh, now it's good. Did you guys catch anything? See anything? Or were you just in the kitchen?
It was Larry's fault, as usual. He was connected to the Wi-Fi and slowing it down.
You guys hear go play with ghosts? Go down there.
We got a couple of teenagers here with us, and it's the first time really in a haunted place, so they're reacting to it in the background.
Now, Fuzzy.
Are you connected to your spot or the mortuary spot?
Ooh, that's a good call.
But I also, this could be high traffic time for Riverside.
They set up a little piece of
Yeah. Go. One of the biggest claims down there is hearing a woman weeping. So
In the basement.
go check to see if the ball moved and
See if you hear anything
see if you hear
weeping.
anything weeping. You should take this. Did you take the spirit box down last time? Okay.
Oh, you need to send Robert Perez some stuff.
Yes. Sorry, Robert. I do have those for you. I've been really busy lately.
Ghost Light Paranormal aluminum foil is for your head, not for hangers.
You got it.
All right, so let's pay more attention to the paranormal stuff than the phones. Because they said they're still watch, even though that.
Okay.
'Cause
So let's talk about the Fae.
Le Fay
The Fae.
or the Fay?
What's the difference?
Le Fay, Morgan Le Fay.
Oh, I thought you said the Fae or the Fae. I was like, what? Le Fae, Morgana Le. Yeah,
like thine.
I get it.
Or you're talking
No.
about elves, Fay, or
All of
Tooth
the
fairies.
things, because there's not just. What did
Like
You can
just
make
say?
an argument that any
Tooth fairy.
paranormal thing is a fae.
Yeah,
Bigfoot,
you could.
aliens, even whatever we might be interacting that we think is dead grandma in the corner might be it could all be that the word can categorize all of it. Or do you want to talk about traditional, what it's thought of like fae folk that are like
The
children of the
fairies,
woods,
Yes.
the nymphs, the
gnomes?
Ints.
you throw vampires in there? Are they the offshoot?
Yeah.
You could, but not in the traditional sense. Could you?
Well, the vampirism can be thought of consuming part of you, and you could say that the reason we're tired, we have a paranormal hangover, is because whatever entity is there could be consuming part of us.
But if it would have to be a true born vampire.
You're
Not-
taking like the traditional written fictional story of a vampire.
Yeah, I know.
I know what
you're
is
saying.
from something, but that's fictionalized. Anne Rice's kind of vampire.
I don't know.
Bram Stoker's, which is taken from stuff, but traditional like vampirism is
It's just the door.
Okay.
real on the planet. There are animals that suck blood, but
Yeah.
they don't live forever. So they don't. But there is instances of consuming that.
Well, and there's other stuff behind that too, because like they're now finding out doing blood transfusions from a 20-year-old to a 60-year-old actually has healthy benefits.
You're talking about adrenochrome.
I don't want to go there.
Just saying, there's some truth to
Blood boys.
I'm hoping that was them coming up the stairs.
Totally. But
Yeah.
which Fae were you thinking of, Parachum?
I was thinking like he was talking about like the woodland sprites and
The nature
gnomes
spirits.
and all that kind of stuff.
I've seen the Fae folk.
Yeah. Oh, tell that. But then, are you going to tell the bubble story?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell
Yeah.
that. I've had a Fae folk encounter. Well, what I would call a traditional Fae folk encounter, even though it's different than most encounters out there. Though there are a few examples like mine. 2017, I was sitting on my back porch. It was dark out. was getting ready to do a episode of my podcast. Somebody's coming in here. I was getting ready to do an episode of my podcast. I was doing some research on my tablet, getting stuff ready. We were going to do an episode on the Clinton kill list that night. That's what I was looking up, all the different people that the Clintons killed. But anyways,
It may have been one of them that you saw.
I was sitting there. It was raining. It was raining pretty hard, and I had a roof over me. Obviously, I was sitting on my porch, and I was facing my side yard. And when I stopped doing the research, turned off my tablet, I stood up and faced my backyard. And from where I was, I could see my shed and my backyard. I could see the neighbor's garage, and I didn't have a fence between me and the side neighbors or the back neighbors. The garage was on the left, shed was on the right, and the back neighbor had a light on around the corner from the garage. So it was lighting up that back part of the yard, and it was lighting up towards me. So it was backlit. On the back of my shed at that time, there was a bunch of brush. And I stop and I look just out there at the grass. I wasn't looking at anything in particular. I see a 3-foot tall figure run out of the bush across about 10 yards of my backyard and went behind the garage on the other side. And it was a stick figure. It was what you would say or see like a 5-year-old drawing a human. It was a stick figure. And the only reason I saw it is because it had a bubble around it, a clear force field shield type bubble around it that the rain was splashing off of. And I could see from the light behind it, I could see the rain splashing off of it. If that bubble wasn't there, I don't think I would have seen it. If it was daylight out, I don't think I would have seen it. It just happened to be the exact right particular environment for me to see it go across there. I saw it for a few seconds. I definitely saw what it was. I don't think it knew that I could see it. And I never saw it again. Now, there have been a few other instances of people seeing stick figures, even with small ones, like 6 inches tall. There's a few around the world. There was one up in on the East Coast. There's a few over in Europe. And there's actually another example out there. People wouldn't necessarily think of them as stick figures, but people have seen this video. Almost everybody in the paranormal community has seen these videos of in California.
The Fresno
there's
Walker.
an old video of 2 figures, what looks like under sheets, kind of walking across the yard with their legs hitting the sheets. Now, what I saw, what I feel like I saw, was those without the sheets over them. So that's my Facebook.
It's called the Fresno Walker for people that are interested in looking it up. That's crazy.
I still live there. I've put trap cameras out there. I've put different things out there.
Nothing.
No, never caught anything. I got lots of raccoons. I wasn't afraid of it. I didn't have time. I had my tablet in my hand, but even if I would have turned it on and tried to take a photo, it wouldn't have been enough time. And I don't think it would have came out. So I don't know.
Why is it?
Blair, you've heard this before. I know you've heard this before.
Mhm.
What do you guys think about that?
I believe it. For one, it brings up a lot of questions. Like, what? Not necessarily what is it, but knowing where you live, what would have been the purpose for it to be there?
I don't know. I do live in a suburban neighborhood that I'm near the core of Kansas City. So there's not a lot of wooded area around me. I don't think that really matters, to be honest with you. I don't think, I mean, I'm saying I think like I know, but one, I don't think that they necessarily need to be like in a forested environment or whatever. And I don't even necessarily think that it would live in my bush or why it was there. Maybe it just popped in from some other realm.
Chicken
had
in.
its own thing. So
Clinton's got people everywhere.
that's true.
You've heard,
Wow. So
But
yeah,
that was 8 years ago. It hasn't got me yet.
so
Yeah, we can talk about that. I want to respond to Brenda. It says, I am seeing more podcasters coming out and saying spirits or voices, EVPs are all demons. So are the apparitions.
it's true.
Thoughts. So I haven't necessarily seen that from other podcasters. I don't honestly listen to a lot of paranormal podcasts because it's hard for me because I did a show for so long. I want to join the conversation. When I can't, I get frustrated. So I listen to a lot of other different kinds of podcasts. That being said, I don't think that's a new phenomenon. I think that for a long time, there's a lot of people that think that they're interacting with demons, that we're interacting with demons. In like 2011, we got threatened on Twitter by the Westboro Baptist Church in Topeka, saying they were going to show up at one of our investigations and boycott us because we were interacting with demons. Never happened, but they did. It was one of the daughters. They did threaten us.
That's awesome.
You were part of the group.
Yeah.
Then.
I know exactly what investigation it would have been too.
I don't think that they're wrong. I don't think that they're right. I don't think that anybody knows. So I think that the individual themselves should make up how they want to approach what they're dealing with, because it's their intuition that's telling them how to deal with it. If they try to change how they deal with it, they may some way let their guard down. They may let something in. If you feel uncomfortable, that's something telling you to feel uncomfortable. So I don't think that they're wrong for feeling that way or thinking that. There's one thing for them to go and say that you were wrong for interacting with them because they